Welcome to Reboot Nigeria, where we speak truth without fear, without filters, and without loyalty to any political godfather, only loyalty to Nigeria and the future of her people. Today's story is not just politics, it is history repeating itself. It is a warning, it is a pattern, and for those who understand power, it feels less like coincidence and more like destiny playing out in slow motion. Before the 2022 PDP presidential primaries, Peter Obi walked into a room filled with the party's board of trustees, elders, power brokers, and kingmakers, men who had shaped governments, controlled structures, and traded influence for decades. He looked them in the eyes and delivered a message so simple it almost sounded naive. Vote with your conscience, think about your children, Nigeria is dying. There was no shouting, no drama, no confrontation, just a quiet moral appeal in a room built on political transactions. They didn't laugh out loud, they smiled, they nodded politely, they posed for the cameras, and when the doors closed, they opened their hands wide to receive dollars from the highest bidders. Days later, Peter Obi walked out of the PDP, and that party has been wandering in political wilderness ever since, bleeding credibility like a man with an open wound that refuses to heal. What many people did not understand at the time was that Obi didn't just leave a party. He exposed a system. Governors elected on the platform of the party practically pushed him out after a high-wire game of intrigue, betrayal, and silent conspiracies. Since then, the PDP has fractured into factions, lost relevance, lost identity, lost coherence, and stumbled from one leadership crisis to another like a drunk man who cannot find his own doorstep. Obi did not destroy the PDP. The PDP destroyed itself. He simply held up a mirror. Now, fast forward to this week. Reports confirm that Peter Obi held a strategic meeting with ADC state chairman in his Abuja office ahead of the party's presidential primary. And if the echoes of 2022 sound deafening, it is because history is circling back. This is not just another political meeting. This is not just another campaign stop. This is not just another negotiation. This is a test of character, a test of conscience, a test of whether Nigerian politics can ever evolve beyond transactions and auctions. This is prophecy dressed in a suit. If you are following the timeline, you understand the gravity of this moment. The African Democratic Congress has been conducting congresses between January 20th and 27th, 2026, culminating in a non-elective national convention in Abuja on February 12th, 2026. The machinery is moving. Structures are forming. Delegates are emerging. The primary season is upon them, and the stakes could not be higher. Multiple reports now indicate clearly that Peter Obi is prepared to leave the ADC if he fails to secure the party's presidential ticket for the 2027 election. And Obi himself has been characteristically blunt about his position. He has said publicly that he will be on the ballot, not as a running mate, not as a compromise candidate, not as a supporting actor, but as the main event. This is not arrogance. This is clarity. This is a man who has walked away from two major political parties when they failed basic moral and institutional tests. He left the PDP rather than participate in a rigged primary. He walked away from a system built on pay-to-play politics. And he will walk away from the ADC too if the same money bag culture tries to take root here. The message to the ADC leadership is simple and unmistakable. Do the right thing or watch me leave again. Before we go any further, Reboot Nigeria family, let me pause here for one important moment. If you believe in truth-centered journalism, if you believe in fearless political analysis, if you believe Nigeria deserves better leadership and better conversations, this is the moment to act. Subscribe to Reboot Nigeria, turn on the notification bell, like this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section. When you engage, YouTube pushes this content to more Nigerians, and that helps this message travel further. Help Reboot Nigeria grow. Help this truth reach more people. Now back to the story. Peter Obi represents something Nigerian politics has rarely seen in a consistent form, a politician who appears genuinely unwilling to play the money game. This is a man who, while in public office, rejected luxury convoys, excessive entitlements, and unnecessary displays of power. A man who openly says he does not own a house in Abuja and is not planning to acquire one because unnecessary acquisition creates unnecessary headaches. You may believe his simplicity or dismiss it as branding, but one thing is undeniable: his consistency. He walked away from the PDP rather than pay to play. He built a political movement in the Labour Party that nearly shook Nigeria's establishment in 2023, and now he is making it clear that he will not compromise his principles to win the ADC ticket. Yes, Obi travels constantly. Yes, he connects with the grassroots. Yes, he energizes young people. Yes, he commands massive public goodwill. But being loved by the masses is not the same as controlling delegates. And that is the brutal truth that many supporters refuse to confront. The ADC primary will not be decided by millions of Nigerians on social media. It will not be decided by rallies. It will not be decided by trending hashtags. It will be decided by a much smaller group of people sitting in closed rooms, making calculations that have nothing to do with competence and everything to do with cash. This is where the real battle lies. The ADC primary is shaping up to be a clash between two fundamentally different philosophies of Nigerian politics. On one side is Atiku Abubakar, an internal aspirant who understands the machinery of Nigerian politics like few others. A man who has been running for president since 1993. A man whose political network spans decades, whose influence runs through party structures, and whose loyalists reportedly occupy strategic positions within party organs and state chapters. On the other side is Peter Obi, who brings moral authority, grassroots enthusiasm, and national appeal, but lacks deep internal party machinery in a delegate-driven system. Let's speak honestly. Neither Obi nor Kwankwaso, acting alone, can easily defeat Atiku in a money-driven primary system. Delegates respond to incentives, and those incentives are precisely what Obi has publicly said he will not provide. If the ADC primary becomes another money festival, Obi will lose, and if Obi loses, he will leave. This is the crossroads where the ADC now stands. The party can conduct a free, fair, transparent primary that gives Nigerians a genuine choice, or it can become another graveyard of political hope, another structure that chooses dollars over destiny, another platform that promises change and delivers disappointment. And once again, we are back at the same table, leaders listening to the same message, history offering the same test. They can behave like the PDP delegates of 2022, take the money, vote with their pockets, and watch another political party descend into irrelevance. Or they can recognize that Nigeria has reached a level of desperation where the old games may finally collapse under their own weight. ADC leaders have spoken about rejecting zoning, about prioritizing competence, credibility, and electability over geography. These are encouraging words, but words mean nothing without action. Statements do not change systems. Decisions do. Obi is offering the ADC something rare, a candidate with genuine national momentum, moral consistency, and grassroots energy. But he is also offering an ultimatum. He will not compete with money bags. He will not buy delegates. He will not mortgage the future to win a ticket. And here is the bitter truth Nigerian politicians avoid saying publicly: the delegate system is the cancer eating the heart of Nigerian democracy. Think about this carefully. In a nation of over 200 million people, leadership is not chosen by citizens. It is chosen by a few thousand delegates. Presidential aspirants are alleged to spend between $10,000 to $30,000 per delegate, sometimes totaling over $13 million, just to secure a party ticket, not to win an election, not to govern, just to contest. This is not democracy. This is an auction. And what is being sold is not party tickets alone. It is the future of Nigeria. The delegate system does not just corrupt individuals. It corrupts outcomes. It ensures that leadership goes not to the most competent, not to the most visionary, not to the most capable, but to those with the deepest pockets and the strongest godfathers. It transforms governance into a recovery project. Money spent to secure tickets must be recovered through public funds. This is why roads remain broken. This is why hospitals fail. This is why schools decay. This is why poverty deepens. This is why hope collapses. Delegates must understand this. Every dollar collected today is stolen from their children's future. A bribe accepted is not just a vote sold. It is a country sold. It is a destiny auctioned. It is a future mortgaged. Nigerians are watching the ADC. The youths of 2023 are watching. The professionals are watching. The diaspora is watching. The silent majority is watching. Everyone is watching to see if this coalition will offer a real alternative or simply replicate the dysfunction of the PDP and APC under a new logo. Peter Obi cannot defeat the system alone, but he can refuse to legitimize it. He can walk away again and again and again. Until Nigeria confronts an uncomfortable truth, you cannot get different outcomes from a corrupt system by changing faces alone. Now the decision lies with the ADC: money or merit, transaction or transformation, short-term gain or national destiny. The eyes of over 200 million Nigerians are watching. This is Reboot Nigeria, where we speak truth without fear and without compromise. If you found value in this analysis, please like this video, drop your thoughts in the comment section, and share it widely so more Nigerians can join this important conversation. Don't forget to subscribe to Reboot Nigeria and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our updates. Once again, thank you for your time and for staying with us to the very end. Your engagement means everything, and I look forward to engaging with you again in the next video. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay vigilant.